Okay, so America is in a huge debt bubble right now with over $14 trillion in consumer debt. And with the average American now carrying $90,000 in consumer debt, many economists now believe this debt bubble will put us through a great recession, and that day may be coming soon. So how will we manage to get out of this insane debt burden we have? By learning how to get out of debt fast. But before we get into it, it may be a good idea to set up an emergency savings fund before you become over leveraged, kind of like Dave Ramsey here.
30 years ago, I went broke because I was stupid. Because you've all done something stupid, and I've done something stupid, and the trick is to not do the same stupid thing twice. I went broke because I borrowed too much money. And on top of that, I did it poorly. I had a lot of 90-day notes. I was doing flip this house before there was cable TV to tell you how.
So to avoid ending up how Dave Ramsey did, you want to set up your emergency savings fund that's very comfortable for all of your expenses. So Dave Ramsey is known for the debt snowball method. And in this method, it goes over listing all of your debts from least to highest, excluding your mortgage. So after making a budget and listing those expenses and your spending, you want to go ahead and list those debts from least to highest and then make the minimum payments on all of your debts, and then start by paying off those debts from the smallest to the largest. And once you do that, you'll start going and build this snowball of debts and pay them off little by little, and you'll get this momentum going, and then you'll start paying off all these debts by no time. So once you pay off that small debt and move to the next debt, you're going to keep that going and repeat until you are done and debt free. So since humans think with emotion, this strategy seems to work best for most people, since they get that momentum going and they get that emotion behind it of paying off each debt. But however, this strategy costs more over time in interest, which can be costly and ineffective. So if that strategy doesn't seem like it's for you and you want to get out of debt faster and you're serious about getting out of debt, then the debt avalanche may be for you. And in my opinion, this is the best strategy to get out of debt fast. The debt avalanche method is somewhat similar to the debt snowball method, other than the fact that this method allows you to pay it off much faster and has some key differences, such as paying off high interest debt first by paying the next highest interest rate debt, and then keep that process going until you are debt free, just like the debt snowball method we just mentioned. So what makes a debt avalanche so great is the high interest rate compounds over time, and as that happens, it's costing you more money over the long run, as to where the debt snowball doesn't do that for you. You are being dragged out. So one of the reasons why the debt avalanche is much better than the debt snowball is because high interest rates compound much faster, and this allows you to pay off this debt much faster and much quicker, allowing you to pay it off much faster than the debt snowball ever could. But with the debt avalanche method, it requires a lot of discipline, so be aware of that. But if you cut your spending and you save extra money, or maybe even earn extra income, both of these methods will save you a lot of time and cut that debt much faster than any other method, in my opinion. So get it done and get rid of that debt now. However, if those methods don't really work for you or may seem too difficult for you to understand, then debt consolidation may be for you, but I do not recommend this method, as there's some tricks and gimmicks in there that you may not be aware of. So debt consolidation with a personal loan puts all of your debts into one loan, hopefully at a low interest rate, and this will allow you to just make one payment, hopefully low payment that you can afford. However, if you only pay the minimum payment each month on a debt consolidation loan, you may be paying thousands more than you should be. And you shouldn't get a debt consolidation loan if you have bad spending habits or you cannot control your spending, because it will get you deeper into the debt hole. And don't confuse debt consolidation services or companies with a debt consolidation personal loan, as these companies and services may charge extra fees or have sketchy terms or may be scams. While debt consolidation loans may not be the best idea, there are other ways to get rid of your debt. By switching over all of your debt to 0% financing on some credit cards, but that may come with some fees. Or another option is do a cash out refinance, which will allow you to pay off your debt immediately in some situations, but that comes at a cost. However, it may be best just to stick with the debt Avalanche method and the debt Snowball method, but everyone's situation is different, so analyze your own personal finance, your budget, your spending, and stay debt free. And if it wasn't for the US being the #1 debtor in the world, we may not be in this situation and not have all this debt. But since we are, and we switch from a creditor nation to a debtor nation, we must get rid of debt ourselves, and hopefully the government will follow after us. So let's lead by example. And with that said, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe down below. I really appreciate it. And please watch my previous video about how to save really fast in 7 steps. And I will see you on the next video.